If it do, we'll bring it back.
Ready to stay. Okay, volume's good, microphone good, and camera good, ready, and bow. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Now and Then.
Now and Then.
We are going to be your host for today. I'm Michael Nader Wade.
And I'm Willie J.
We're going to be your two favorite professional fans, bringing you the opinion nobody asked for.
They ain't asked for it, but we're going to get to them anyway.
Got to, because we
like my fire, baby.
Like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Please click the bell, be notified that we're dropping more videos as we go on throughout this journey on YouTube, y'all. Thank you for tuning in.
But anyway, ring the bell.
Thank y'all. Another beautiful day has transpired, and we are bringing y'all another episode that we have decided.
Should we start giving the episode number so we'll know where we at?
Right.
Yeah.
This is episode number
whatever.
Man, we done done over 1,000 videos, so that I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what number this would be. So in the comments, whatever number y'all would think this would like to be for y'all, it's that one.
Write it down.
Okay.
And then keep it to yourself.
Today's topic of conversation. Well, I won't really say topic of conversation because me and him kind of talk about stuff like this all the time, and it's been going around the internet. But Kevin Hart's roast that took place.
Ooh.
Kevin Hart's roast was a good one.
I saw that, man.
It was a good one.
I saw that.
Now it was a good one.
Yeah.
However,
it's got some controversy.
It's got some problems. Okay, so
some controversies came about it.
Tony, I think it's Hinchcliffe, one of those.
Somebody like that. Tony H.
Yeah, well, yeah, that too. Tony H. He was one of the comedians that were featured in this lineup. Okay, and his particular comedy. To a lot of people, I could say it's wild. Well, yeah, it's a little rank. It's a little wild, you know. So it can tend to stretch further. However, I don't think this is only my opinion, y'all.
And that's all we got.
This is just my opinion.
And I
don't think that his showcasing or the way that he gives out his particular comedy is funny for headline. He's not a headliner. Okay?
And it's not. See, a lot of times, like we know, if you tell jokes about certain groups of people, you have to make sure that those groups of people will accept that. Like, for instance, you can't say jokes about the Jewish people because they get all highly upset. That's their prerogative. But the thing is, people feel that it's good and okay to just say anything about black people. And that's the problem that we're having with this particular guy because of the joke he told about George Floyd. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Well,
did I tell too much?
Well, no, you told it. You told it.
Oh, I thought that's what we were supposed to do. Explain.
No, you did well. Today we're gonna go over.
I feel patronized. Go ahead. That's better than pastries.
Okay. I'm gonna finish the sentence and then you can say something after the fact.
I got you.
So I can at least get through the sentence.
So other words, shut up.
A little bit.
Got you.
Okay,
I got you. That's polite though. I mean, it's not political, but it's polite.
Kevin Hart was the roasting host, I guess. So he's the subject.
He was the subject of roast.
Yeah, he's the matter to be poked at.
Oh yeah.
So the jokes being said should usually be based off of the person that is being roasted, right? The part that everyone thinks is insensitive is how not only the joke was brought up, it was told, delivered, and accepted through the comedians on the stage, okay? The comedians on the stage, them being a diverse group of people, we know that black people tend to, I won't say that because we don't really know that. Normal black people, I can say that, we tend to get upset at certain situations because we think that the other elite black people should say something or do something about the situation.
Let me say this to you. It's complicated because we have been the butt of the joke in this country for over 400 years. So we sensitive. Don't get it twisted. See, a lot of people don't understand that. So certain things certain people can say and we are okay with it because we're okay with them. But then this particular individual here, he's told this joke before or something similar to this, and he's insensitive because he doesn't care how it affects people that are still.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, he told this joke on his particular platform.
He did. Yeah.
And
it wasn't funny then to me.
See, but when he told it then, once again, different crowd, different types of people.
Yeah.
You can't tell every joke in every arena.
No.
And you got to be able to gauge your crowd. That's why I personally don't think that he is a mainline comedian. I think that what he does is still good. What it is, what's good for him is great for him. I think he's doing well in his particular pathway that he's moving.
Mm-hmm.
But he's still amateur comedian.
Mm-hmm. Basically,
it's still some rookie mistakes in there. Like you're gonna get backlash for this. As you know, because you're getting it.
Yeah, but this guy is he's a right winger, and he's a Trump supporter, and he actually said other things that is disparaging to black people.
But the problem is the when needing to know when to say what.
Yeah, I mean, the other guy told the joke about being on a slave ship.
Yeah,
and it came over pretty good because it wasn't about black people; it was about that situation more so. I mean,
it's more you didn't involve a singular person; you involved the culture.
Yeah. So
you didn't make it you didn't name names or point fingers. You held out your hand and was like, okay, so all of these people were here.
Mm-hmm.
So you include.
Like I said, it's complicated.
Everybody, yeah,
it's complicated. It is because it's like splitting hairs, really. But the thing is, we didn't create this atmosphere.
Because people always talk about whips and chains, but they don't never talk about the scars.
No, they don't.
But they always talk about whips and chains.
Yeah,
shackles, being beaten.
Yeah,
but they don't talk about the lashings, what it looks like, gory, and all that.
They don't get into the truth.
They just talk about, okay, look, what's relatable? People that still go to jail of all minorities get shackled and chained. Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. We can say shackles. Mm-hmm. Okay, we can do that. Whips. People still use that in freaky activities today. Mm-hmm. So you still have parts of those that could be used, but it's relative. Yeah. You're not upsetting just everyone, and people had a problem with Kevin not really addressing the situation because Kevin was all teeth when this joke was told.
And he shouldn't have went on a Breakfast Club trying to
clean it up.
To clean it up. He should just say, okay, my bad, and next time we won't do it because we thought it was okay, but apparently it wasn't my bad. We made a mistake. But when you did, while he's telling this stuff, you condoning it.
Yeah. Hold on, let's get started with this video because there's other points that we can bring up in the midst of why it's going on. So we'll tune in with y'all.
Kevin Hart went on The Breakfast Club trying to explain the backlash from the Netflix roast, but the more he explained it, the more the story shifted from Tony Hinchcliffe's joke to Kevin Hart's responsibility. And that is where Godfrey and D.L. Hughley reacted in two different but connected ways. Kevin's basic argument was that he did not tell the George Floyd joke.
Okay, that's point number one. Let's start with that. The shifting the blame, the kind of deflection, trying to get it out of your face, trying to take the heat off of you. Now, you need to understand, you're the host of this. You're tied into all of this.
Oh yeah.
Not just the out front face, the behind the scenes.
Oh, absolutely. He picked the comedians.
So,
see, he had to okay them too.
The problem is, what was allowed to be completely aired. Okay?
Well, they took 18 of the jokes off.
8?
Mm-hmm. Okay, they took 8 of the jokes off because they didn't think that they would work. So I could only imagine what those jokes were about. Probably was about white people. And they didn't want them on there because you notice they didn't tell any jokes about white folks. They just told jokes about black people.
Yeah.
Well, that's how I saw it.
Well, Kevin's black.
Well, yeah, his skin is.
Yeah, but Kevin's it's Kevin's black though. So
Kevin used to be black.
It's easy to make black jokes.
Yeah, but that's just like when they was roasting a flavor.
Think about what we just talked about, right? Mm-hmm. The whole discrimination and picking fun at black people. It's easy, to make these jokes.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, because they've been making them for 400 years.
And then look at, once again, audience.
Yeah.
Audience and pick list.
Yeah.
Most of them was white.
Yeah.
Okay?
As far as we was concerned, even if they'd have been at the Apollo, I'm gonna say they was all white.
But majority of them was white. We not being facetious. We're telling the truth.
Discontinuous.
Yeah.
We ain't lying.
We're not.
Well,
It's literally the setup and the plan of it all is to be able to say that they were okay with this happening.
yeah.
What
right.
should have happened is what they always have happened. If a black person goes up there and they need to have, if it's 10 comics, 8 of them need to be brothers or sisters.
Okay.
The other 2 can be whatever. Minority, if you want another Mexican, an Indian guy, Arab, whatever, white, whatever. Those 2 should be the only ones that are different. Because once it gets to them 2, it's gonna be a tight ship. They're gonna be sweating because they can't say but certain things. If everybody up there of the same caliber, thinking the same way, if Kevin had all his homies up there like Spank, Nate, Harry, Wayne, they ain't going for that.
That might be why they wasn't there.
Exactly. That's why they weren't comics up there. Well, no, I'm sorry. Who was? Naeem was.
The one lady, the white lady, she was good.
And
I really liked her too.
I think somebody else that was up there was. I know Naeem was, but it was only one. I just don't like the fact of the wanting to have a 70-30 split and it not be in the favor of the person that's there for the roasting, or the jabs to be thrown. It shouldn't be that easy for somebody else to just show up and be like, yeah, well, this is it, these jokes and this and this. Now you have this situation where he has to come on the Breakfast Club and try to clean this up because it was allowed. It was. What?
The thing is, back to the whole culture thing. See, when they tell jokes and it's about white people, they talk about the culture. How white people walk, how they eat, don't salt their food or this and that. When they talk about black people, they talk about the hurt that they have. And they always want to relate to, well, you went through this trauma and we still basically got you in the same position now. It's kind of like still playing with that. And that's why I don't like these kind of jokes, because what's hidden behind it is all this other racist shit.
Yeah.
What condition my condition was in?
There's a limit to what I believe should be said at certain points. You got to know what to say at what time. At the cost of a career, I don't think he did enough. Like he didn't do enough field work, to be honest.
Well, I tell you what, he won't be on anymore. He won't get invited no more. I guarantee you that, because there's too much problems behind it. Let this video run now.
Tony Hinchcliffe did.
The George Floyd joke, it wasn't a tasteful joke to our culture, to our audience, but our audience that's watching the roast, if you're watching the roast, you get why they're doing it. You get why the racial humor is on the table. Like, it's not, I wasn't shocked. Like, that's what they do. Go look at the Tom Brady one. Like, that's what they do.
If people are angry at the joke, Tony is the person who said it. But Godfrey's issue is bigger than that. On In Godfrey We Trust, Godfrey basically argues that Kevin was not just some comedian sitting in the crowd. Kevin was attached to the production. His name was on it. He helped build the platform. So when something like that happens, he cannot completely separate himself from it.
He wanted to answer the backlash that he was getting from, because this thing is lingering on.
Yeah, everyone's talking about it.
Umar broke it down.
What did Umar say?
Oh, man. Umar went in. He took notes on it.
Oh, I didn't see what Umar said.
Oh, he took notes. I watched. He was on The Art of Dialogue. The Art of Dialogue's good.
It's pretty good.
The Art of Dialogue.
Podcast?
You guys should be subscribing to The Art of Dialogue.
Yeah.
because it's a black dude. You should be supporting the art of dialogue. Everybody should be watching it. And the dude's hilarious because you don't see him. He goes, "Yeah, you did you hear about that one thing he said? What do you think about that?" But Dr. Umar went in on like broke it down. Said Cheryl Underwood. It should have been the roast of Cheryl Underwood. Because they went in on her so much, he was like, it was an embarrassment to him as a black woman. And he says, I love Regina Hall. Regina Hall did not laugh at half that shit. And he said, well, everybody should have gotten up and said, we're leaving. I said, you can't do that at a roast. Right. You're not forced.
That was his point too.
But you're not forced to do a roast.
No.
You're not forced. People want to get in. You know it's going to get a lot of attention. A lot of times
backlash.
Right. A lot of times you're trying to get, you want to get seen. And in a roast, that's a beating. You're going to get a fucking verbal lashing.
Yeah.
And, all the racial shit, it's white dudes at a roast. Black people are going to get the easy, low-hanging fruit shit.
Kevin has publicly shown support around George Floyd and police brutality in the past. He attended George Floyd's memorial. He spoke like somebody who understood the weight of that moment. So when a joke about Floyd's death happens at a major roast connected to Kevin, and Kevin is seen laughing, people are going to question it. Godfrey's point is not simply Kevin laughed, so Kevin is evil. It's more like you can't stand next to the pain when it is serious, then act confused when people react to that same pain being used as comedy. That is why the word performative keeps hanging over the conversation. A lot of people are tired of celebrities showing up for the serious black moments, saying the right thing, getting the applause, then switching into business mode when black pain becomes material. D.L. Hughes.
That's what he said earlier about Kevin Hart not being black. That's another interpretation.
Glee comes at it from a slightly different angle.
Of course, Kevin Hart appears on another show, still explaining what went on with the roast. And I guess at one point, he apparently says that some fans are blaming him for the Tony Hinchcliffe joke. I think it's ridiculous to blame a man for a joke he didn't tell. I also think that, and I've said before, I don't think that comedians should apologize for jokes. I think that that is a artistic expression, and I think, like I said before, that every single joke has a victim. Having said that, the question to me is not, and I've heard so often, why is it that we're still, after 2 weeks, we're talking about a George Floyd joke? My question is, why is it after 6 years you continue to tell them? And especially when being asked a question like that, why this joke has been such a lightning rod of controversy, being asked that by people who still talk about an election that they believe was stolen 6 years ago.
See, people stop talking about that though. Mm-hmm. They just wanted to brush that back up underneath the brother, like it just didn't happen. Like nothing. Yeah. It was like none of it was even a part of anything.
And they
like
knew they was lying, and they knew everybody knew they was lying because everybody kept checking them.
It went all through the news, and then people just it's out of here. I'm like, but now another situation comes up immediately that needs to be taken care of, just like that, and then we get this. We have to get people like D.L. Hughley to come on and explain that D.L. Hughley, the Godfreys, the Dr. Umars, they have to express their dissatisfaction with people.
That's why it's good to have all these different shows, man, because ours included. Because you'll get these kind of discussions, and you don't get this stuff on main news, main media.
No, not this. Well, I won't say not this. If you're not looking for this, you're not going to find it. To be honest, you gotta be
in tune,
tapped in all the way. Mm-hmm. You can't be scared. Can't be scared of it.
Or they still talk about things that they are angry about, and the timing of it and the length of time doesn't seem to matter then. I think again that a comedian should never answer or have to answer for a joke, and particularly a joke he didn't tell. But it's disingenuous to believe that joke wasn't designed to do exactly what it's doing now, and to have this level of controversy.
I think that if you could ask the question, why after all this time we're still talking about that joke, about a joke about George Floyd, it is a fair question to ask, why after all this time are you still telling it? Because I think the reason it is told and the reason that people are continue to be angry about it are one and the same. So I think one man's joke is another man's trauma. I think all of us, have the right to either be offended or laugh or whatever. Nobody's trying to intercede. Nobody's trying to make that an issue. What is an issue is there seems to be this idea that only jokes affect one side. And I was struck by when Kevin talked about how, he was talking and he said, what was I supposed to do in the middle of a live broadcast and basically stop somebody from telling a joke? No. But the fact remains that 18 jokes were removed after the live feed. 18. 18 of them were removed, including one that was told about Melania Trump. So if it is that you removed 18, because you very much could have jumped up and stopped somebody from telling a joke. But you, and that production.
See, I guarantee most of them was probably about Donald Trump. If not all of them.
It could all have been. It was mainly that white skin, man.
That's that man.
So what that's and seeing what D.L. Hughley is drawing the parallel. He's saying, well, if one is okay, why is the other one not being okay? If you can talk about a black man and in his death, why you can't talk about the president and his dog and his wife? Freedom of speech is supposed to go both ways.
It's supposed to go, yeah. Everyone's supposed to have it, but yet they still try to.
They still doing
bog down people for doing it and having these opinions once again. And for a lot of people, this is all public information for most of these jokes. Like most of these jokes come from things that have already been done or talked about. So you can't just have a sensitive subject or a sore spot for something that you did, and now you just you can't say them things. But you allow this to go because what people do is little by little they let things go. And just like if you take a person and put them in water and slowly start boiling the water, they won't feel how hot it done got. Opposed to if you just told them to just go in there after it's already hot. Yeah. You can literally boil somebody to death probably before they know that they're boiling, because they wouldn't feel it the same way because your body would adjust. So that's the same way they do this stuff. They just keep letting different things keep coming out being said. This is how racism continue to work. They just keep that whole nonsense going, that narrative. Yeah. They keep telling it in different forms, different ways, and all kinds of things. But AI gonna stop all that. Man, AI is out here crazy. Sure, I'm telling y'all.
AI said that they didn't want to be white; they wanted to be black.
That's
sure did.
That's scary.
No, when they asked him, they said,
I mean, but
if you had to be a human being, which group would you want to be? And he said, I'd rather be a black person. A few of them said that. And then they named the reason being because they named all the contribution that blacks have done and the suffering that they've done, and to still be doing what we do, they realize we're superior in some
majority
ways.
Of everything in this room was invented by a black person.
Mm-hmm. For the most part.
If not given the full idea, blueprint, and then it was snatched away.
Yeah, people always were stealing stuff.
But to be honest, a lot of things that y'all see in your everyday life, you can look this up. This is fact. This is no longer opinion. This is facts. You can look this up. There's a lot of things that black inventors, and we did an episode on it, that black inventors have been a part of. I think we did like the first 15 or 20 or something like that. But you can look up, literally, there's thousands of inventions that you use on your everyday lives. Every day, your household use, maybe you're outside going, you're working, whatever it is. However, somehow, a black person had something to do with it. It's just the facts, guys. Sorry to tell you. Sorry to break some people's hearts and worlds. But you're not who you think you are.
Man, I tell you the truth.
Sorry to tell you. Oh yeah, and by the way, y'all, we're gonna start being kind of more straightforward about, not straightforward, but just trying to be, instead of beating around the bush, give y'all more period. Like, just give y'all more straightforward points. Like, of course, you know, we always gonna bring our antics into it, but we really do want to educate the people out there. We don't want to give y'all false information, and we want to give y'all some enlightenment. Have that third eye awoken, you know. Just keep tuning in, y'all. Keep liking, keep commenting, keep subscribing, keep clicking that bell, knowing that we dropping more videos at every time. I think that'll do it for this episode, y'all.
Yeah, that's good.
Because Kevin got some of his own answering to do, so he's got to work that out with him and.
But if y'all get a chance, check it out, man, and just get involved with that because you're gonna see a lot more.
Check out
talk
everything.
about that because.
Go down a rabbit hole, get lost.
Yeah, that's what you do, man. You know,
I'm telling you, like,
you can go down one.
Just do some research, see how far you get.
Yeah.
If you get some questions, you can Google it.
Yeah.
Google that, and then if you don't know what that means, Google that. You know, I'm just trying to give y'all some help, man.
Or go into ChatGPT and actually say, "Hey, can you explain this?" It'll explain it.
I don't trust ChatGPT.
You might not trust it, but it's around the corner, baby.
No, I know, but we'll talk about that in another episode, y'all. All right, until then, peace.